There can be no better companion than a brother. There can be no better friend than a sister. Love, friendship, bonding, and relationships are the essence of any Indian festival, and it holds true for Raksha Bandhan as well. It celebrates the undying bond between a brother and a sister on Shukla Paksh Purnima in the holy month of Shravan. It is a beautiful celebration to cherish this bond. Interestingly, there are so many tales revolving around this fascinating day that can melt anyone's heart. We'll be sharing two of them. The first story is of Krishna Andhrapti. This story has been mentioned in a version of Mahabharata. It says, on the day of Sankranti, Krishna cut his little finger when he was handling sugarcane. Seeing this, Rukmini, the queen, called out to get help and Satyabhama rushed to get the cloth herself. But Draupadi simply tore off her sari and bandaged his finger. From that day on, Krishna promised to protect her through thick and thin. The words he said was Akshama, which means may it be unending. That's how her sari became endless, and that saved her from embarrassment when she was disrobed in public. Later, this day was celebrated as Rakhi Purnima, indeed beautiful and divine. The next story is dated around 1500 AD. This version of Rakhi's story is that of Rani Karnavati and Emperor Humayun. Karnavati was Mewar's queen after the death of her husband Rana Sanga. She ruled on behalf of her eldest son Vikramjit. Bahadur Shah of Gujarat attacked Mewar for the second time. The queen began to seek the support of other kingdoms. Initially apprehensive, the nobles finally agreed to confront Shah. Meanwhile, Karnavati also wrote to Humayun for help. She sent him a Rakhi and sought protection. The Mughal emperor was in the middle of another military campaign when he received the call for help. Leaving his campaign, he turned his attention to Mewar. Unfortunately, he didn't arrive on time, since the Rajput army was defeated at Chittor. But the queen had already set herself on fire to avoid the indignity of falling into the hands of Bahadur Shah. Shah, however, could not go further and had to get away from Chittor when Mughals' military reinforcements arrived shortly thereafter. Humayun then restored the kingdom to Karnavati's son Vikramjit. The story really reflects the commitment that was shared through a single thread of Rakhi. These two stories are just two bright stars in the sky filled with such stories. We all have experienced the magic, the emotion, and the love that comes in a single strand of thread. Happy Raksha Bandhan.